everyone, Anthony Scott of Toy Hype USA. I'm sitting here with the 4 Horsemen at the Mythic Legion booths, one of the best booths at the show. Guys, how's it going?
Really good. I'm actually in the middle of updating our Kickstarter because we just broke our $465,000 stretch goal.
Oh my God, $465,000.
Yeah, the next one is going to be $480,000.
Oh my God. So
tell people why the Kickstarter campaign and which one it's for.
This is for our Mythic Legion's Advent of Decay Kickstarter on Kickstarter right now.
So how happy are you guys that you already passed 400,000?
We're ecstatic.
20 days.
It's crazy because first of all, we didn't expect it to do that well at the beginning. We broke through our funding level of $140,000 in, what was it, 16 hours? Something like that. And it's just continued to just keep going up and up ever since. Normally you expect like a decent uptick at the beginning, and then it just kind of levels off through most of the Kickstarter, then goes up the end. But this has just continued to kind of slowly go up the whole time. So, thank you to everybody who's both backed us on the Kickstarter and who has helped spread the word. We really appreciate it.
So, tell us, any more characters being unlocked past 480,000?
Yes. We're not. Well, I guess we're going to make the announcement now, right? I mean, we're going to announce it today. There's 3 more stretch goals to be unlocked, and either later today or tomorrow, we're going to announce how many characters are going to be in the all-in. I guess you'll know since 3 more stretch goals are going to be unlocked, and how much that all-in is going to be. We're not going to reveal all the characters for the all-in just yet, but we're going to reveal how much the all-in is going to be, so you can up your pledge to that level if you want to.
So you've heard it here first.
Yes,
Yep.
Yeah, you guys heard it here first. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
We haven't gotten a chance to post that on our site yet.
So are those other 3 characters, you think fans would be excited for them?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I mean, it seems like it's been strange because some of the characters that we've released that we thought fans wouldn't be quite as excited for, they've gone crazy for. Thistlethorn up here, the little furry guy right here. We thought that fans weren't going to be very excited about that character at all, but they went crazy for it, and it was one of our fastest stretch goal unlocks throughout the whole time of the campaign.
I bet it's because he's something different, something unique.
Maybe.
So tell us, Masters of the Universe Classics, Super 7 has it now. How's the transition been between Mattel and Super 7?
It's been wonderful. Of course, when we got the initial word that Matty Collector was going to shut down and the line was ending, of course it was horrible news to get.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty dark period around the studio for a while. So of course when we heard about Super 7 being able to pick it up and run with it, that was something that was unexpected and a great ending to a bad story at that point. And it's continued to be just such a smooth transition with them, and they're a lot of fun to work with. And I think the transition is, especially from a customer standpoint, it's going to be very seamless. The figures, some of them are figures that were already started for Mattel. So of course, the look of the figures is going to be exactly the same format, same packaging.
Well, actually, the packaging changed a little bit, right? With Super 7, because
well, for the Ultimates it did.
For the Ultimates, yes.
So the Ultimates, I mean, that was a great part of the collaboration. It kind of came out of necessity because since there was so much lag time in between when the line was cut and then once Super 7 got everything in order and ready to go,
right.
That was 6 to 8 months that nothing had been developed. And so for them to really start getting product out in time to make the license count, so they weren't waiting 9 months to get product out. We worked with them to come up with a set of figures that had no new tool because they can get it to fans much quicker. And so we came up with this concept of the ultimate reissues, where it was a combination of giving them multiple heads and weapons and things like that, so that they're very heavily accessorized. but also to go back and kind of correct mistakes or just address fan requests and things like that over the years. And then we wanted to do a retro style packaging from day one with classics. And we haven't been able to do it yet, so it was just this awesome opportunity to put those figures finally on that packaging that's just home for those figures. So a lot of fun, a lot of excitement.
What's going on with those retro figures? 5 points of regulation. They just announced He-Man, Skeletor, Hordak, She-Ra,
And the hero
yes. So that's sculpted by you guys.
Yep.
They said.
Yep. Yeah, that was one that we just started on fairly recently, actually. So it came a little later in the game, but we talked preliminarily with them a little bit at San Diego when they revealed the Terrorist figures, and they said they wanted to do more vintage, and just weren't sure exactly how they wanted to go about it. And of course, we told them we would absolutely be up for helping them out with those. And so they got the assortment together of figures they wanted to do, and it was interesting because we probably spent as much time thinking about the project as we did actually sculpting on it, just trying to figure out what the right approach is to make it as accurate to vintage as possible. And so like the filmation versions of the figures, the approach with those was more of this is the umpteenth variant of He-Man and Skeletor in the line that would have come out later in the line, whereas She-Ra was a little bit different in that we wanted to approach her a little bit more where she would have been released early in the line, so it wasn't necessarily like this is the filmation version of She-Ra, this is the vintage version, vintage action figure version of She-Ra. But of course at the same time it's also the filmation version, so
It's the vintage figures. They had the rooted hair. They were more like dolls.
right,
compared to
and the
figures.
soft goods and things like that. And so, I think that this version of She-Ra is the version of She-Ra that so many people would have loved to have walked into a toy store and seen on the shelf back in the day. So I think for a lot of people, what they did have on the shelf was not, they wanted what was on the cartoon, and it didn't really look like what was on the cartoon. And then of course, Hero and Eldor, I don't know if I even like to say that much about that. They're just legendary prototypes that they're finally gonna see production plastic.
It's one thing I hope sees production, and it's something that might disagree, but the Star Sisters has announced at PowerCon that Mattel brought. They found original prototypes to those.
Right.
And those are 3 characters that were never made. So
Things like that are, I think, definitely on the table for this. Now that this first wave is established,
right.
it's really just opening the door. There's so many directions you could go into with this vintage line now, that it's actually it's exciting. It's a 30-something-year-old line at this point, but there's new life in it all of a sudden. There's potential you could add new play sets, new vehicle. It goes far beyond what we're seeing here, where the directions you could go. And you think about how much Classics has been able to broaden the world of Masters of the Universe in the Classics format. So many of those same decisions and character choices can now happen in the vintage format and extend your collection from the 80s all these years later.
So let me ask you this: Thundercats. You guys hit it out of the park with that when you were doing that for Mattel. Have you heard anything about continuation of Super 7 interested? Any comments?
I mean, nothing more really than what's already been said.
Okay.
We're very interested in doing it. We always have been.
Yeah.
Super 7's interested in doing it. We know that Mattel is, they're okay with giving up the license and moving it over to Super 7 and letting us handle it. But for something like that, it's when you have 3 or 4 different companies that all have a chunk of this license, just the legalities of that, and trying to get it formulated in a way that that all companies will benefit from it that are involved. It's kind of tough to do. So, I mean, the talk hasn't stopped on that. It's still going forward as much as we can go forward on it. And hopefully it will happen. Just keep your fingers crossed. We're not giving up on it. Definitely.
Well, that's good to know. Let me finish up with one more question. Snake Mountain. That's I think it was supposed to be scaled down from the first model they're showing at San Diego Comic-Con. When was that? 2015, 2016? 2015. And then the Super 7 there, Brian Finn at Super 7 told me that they were looking at scaling it down and potentially going Kickstarter. Are you guys still involved in the scaled down version, or is that fully scripted on your end?
Well, it's fully sculpted on our end. I hadn't heard him that Brian had mentioned that they were going to scale it down more.
Well, not more. I mean, past the version, you guys did.
You mean scale it down?
The second version.
Uses
Because we did
a scale down.
I don't.
That's the one.
I don't think it's ever been shown though, right?
I don't know.
No.
Besides the one at San Diego Comic-Con.
No, the one at San Diego Comic-Con hadn't been scaled down. But we did a version later on that was sent back to Mattel to be used for tooling and production.
Yes.
That was never used and never shown. That's the one.
I think that's the one.
Okay, all right. So, I mean, again, we don't have any news on that yet. That's something you need to ask Brian.
Okay.
But it's another thing that absolutely we want to do that. I mean, with the Masters of the Universe, we want to do vehicles, we want to do play sets, we want to do all that kind of stuff. Anything that we didn't get to with Mattel, we absolutely would love to do that. And I know Super 7 would too. It's just a matter of timing and whether it's going to be financially feasible.
All right. Well, thank you very much for Horsemen. Again, congratulations on the Kickstarter. You guys, I hope to see you pass 500,000 on that. Hope it does much better for you. And I look forward to what you offer in the future.
Thank you.
And as always, great job on Masters of the Universe. Very exciting. Thank you.